And the second semifinal, the second quarterfinal of the 2019 Grind Session World Championships will begin in just under 2 minutes. And it will feature the Bella Vista Prep Bears out of Arizona, California versus the Aspire Academy Wizards out of Louisville, Kentucky. Bella Vista coached by Kyle Weaver, Aspire coached by Jeremy Kipnis. These two teams punched their tickets with victories yesterday in the opening round of the championships. Bella Vista won comfortably 64-50 over Veritas Prep. Aspire defeated West Oaks out of California 55-47. This ought to be a very good matchup. I'm digging back through my records as we speak to see if these two teams have met so far this year. I don't know yet, but give me a minute. I'll find out. I'll let you know if they have already played, and if they have played, what that result was. And maybe I'll be able to give you some statistical highlights from it as well. But we know everybody who's still left in the draw at this point is a very good basketball team. Aspire Academy is one of the best rebounding teams and perhaps the best offensive rebounding team in the entire grind session. Bella Vista is as talented as anyone in the country, led by Zion Harmon and Scary Terry Armstrong, who is still the reigning grind session player of the year until his name is or is not uttered at the banquet. Who knows? We will have to see shortly. All right, so it is time for the announcement of the starting lineups. And so we will go to public announce for those assignments. All right, so we've got our starters for both teams. Bella Vista, the home team on the scoreboard, is in white, trimmed in navy blue. Excuse me, that's midnight blue. and Aspire in black, trimmed in red and white. I'm Leroy Watson on play-by-play, joined again by Cullen Kreider on color. And Cullen, my spreadsheet that I would use to verify whether or not these two teams have played is not with me. It's in my vehicle. It's
Right?
a great place for it to be.
Well, I can guarantee you one thing. Both teams will be getting after it. Aspire,
Yes.
Aspire's looking to pull the upset, and it would be an upset. But, nothing crazy because they've got the guys to get it done. But they'll really have to pick up their defensive intensity and come up with some stops and shoot the ball well tonight. Nice.
Ahmad Harvey give the assist to Ramon Woods. And speaking to that upset, Bella Vista is our number 2 seed. Spire is number 1. Bella Vista is 2. Prolific is 3. Tennessee Prep, who was seeded 4th, lost last night to Arizona Compass. So we still have 3 of the top 4 in the event.
And there's something right there that Coach Weaver's got to be excited about. And that's going to,
Blocked there by Isanza. And a steal by Isanza.
What I was going to say is Addison Patterson early on here gets the corner 3. Patterson's been a little, complacent here of late and not showing up a lot in some of these big games. And so I look for him to really step up here and find himself here tonight and reassert himself as a 5-star prospect.
A foul committed by TJ Tony, excuse me. That is his first, team first. And Ricky Sanza will go to the free throw line. And will shoot a pair.
The big discussion here, obviously, is on the goaltend on the other end. Isanza got away with one. The ball had already hit the backboard, and Isanza blocked it off the rim. And I think something that you'll see here a lot is that Aspire will try to get Isanza out of that paint. They'll try to drag him away from the paint, and so that can open up the lane for their offense.
So it ended up being Bella Vista basketball and not free throws. And they just turned it over, threw it away. Basketball will belong to Aspire. Aspire trailing by 1, 3-2. It's early. Ramon Woods for 3, no good. Ahmad Harvey with the offensive rebound and tip, no good. Sekou Seda-Kalei saves it. Throws it off Terry Armstrong.
Ahmad Harvey, one of the best offensive rebounders that we've seen in the grind session. He really attacks the offensive glass.
Sekou Seda-Kalei travels. The basketball would belong to the Bears. Zion Harmon back home in Kentucky. This is his home gym. Monsertovich, tray ball, no good. Prosper Obi-Dabubi with the rebound, but we've got a whistle. A foul on Ricky Sanza of Bella Vista. That is his first, team first. Obi-Dabubi is blocked by Sanza, but the rebound is picked up by Obi-Dabubi. Ramon Woods, floater from the left elbow, no good. Woods with the offensive rebound. And Cullen, we're going to say that an awful lot tonight. Aspire with the offensive rebound. They have an uncanny ability to do that.
Well, and you can tell that that's something that they practice. You've got to assume every shot is a miss. If you're,
Stolen, Addison Patterson. And Aspire is not the largest team in the world. They just rebounded really well.
Step back for Zion.
Zion Harmon, step back tray ball from the left baseline is good. And Cullen, that's virtually unguardable. I mean, you just got to hope he misses it.
Well, and that's his shot. That's his go-to move.
Yep. Ball out of bounds. Last touch by Ahmad Harvey. Bella Vista with the basketball, leading by 4, 6-2. Addison Patterson 2, Zion Harmon. There's that step back three, and it's good.
Nothing puts a shooter in better rhythm than a step back. I mean, it puts him in his best rhythm, his best form. And Zion, again, his go-to move, and he's very, very good at it.
So with 12:36 left to go in the first half, Jeremy Kipnis and Aspire call timeout, trailing by 7, 9-2. And Cullen, I would think that Coach Kipnis isn't necessarily so worried about the scoreboard as, hey, we're giving up really easy attempts here. We've got to at least make it a little bit harder for Bella Vista to get shots off.
Right, defensive assignments. You got to stay in your lane. You know, you've got to help off. You've got to be prepared for a high octane offense like Bella Vista Prep. You can't make mistakes because they quickly can run out on you.
So the basketball will belong to Aspire, down 7, 9-2. The crowd starting to filter in here. I'm sure there are some who are aware that Zion Harmon is here. Ball last touched by Bella Vista. Ramon Woods being guarded by Iman Sertovic. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Ramon Woods' free throw line jump shot is good.
Yeah, I think that was Tony that knocked that down.
And Coach Kipnis on cue says, get a stop now. It's great that they get a bucket, but it doesn't mean anything if they don't get a stop. Scary Terry Armstrong to Iman Sertovic, and the tray ball is good.
And that's something that Armstrong has been very, very good at, is accepting his role of a playmaker. He draws a lot of attention, and so he has no problem kicking out for threes and getting open looks for his teammates.
Our score is 12-4. Every single point by Bella Vista until now has been on a three-point shot. Armstrong forces the foul in transition. That foul committed by Sekou Seda-Kale. That is his first and the second on Aspire here in the first half. Terry Armstrong to the free throw line to shoot a pair. And that first free throw for Armstrong is good. And so that's the first point scored by Bella Vista this afternoon that has not been on a three-point shot. They have 2 threes from Zion Harmon, 1 from Iman Sertovic, and 1 from Addison Patterson, to go along with 2 free throws by Terry Armstrong. 14-4. Largest lead of the game so far for Bella Vista. It's a 10-point bulge. Seda-Kale loses the ball out of bounds. And Cullen, even though it's early, there's 11:23 left in the first half. We've talked about it a lot. You get those moments in time when you start feeling like, wow, this team had better get a couple of stops. You can't let this lead get too much larger.
Well, no doubt about that. And I tell you what, it's causing Aspire a lot of problems is Asanza patrolling the paint down there on the defensive end. They haven't been able to get any clean looks. He's altering a lot of shots.
Got the offensive rebound there. He missed a hook. Armstrong saves it to Zion Harmon. Asanza went for the dunk, missed it. Addison Patterson back to Asanza. He makes this dunk. And that noise that you probably heard on the feed, that was almost all Bella Vista bench. They erupted when Asanza got that dunk. Zion Harmon for 3.
Yeah, and it's danger time. It's danger time for Aspire. Bella Vista is on a roll, playing with a lot of confidence.
So with 10:32 left in the first half, we've got timeout on the floor. A full timeout called by Jeremy Kipnis and Aspire. Our score is Bella Vista 19, Aspire 4. We hope you are enjoying the second day of the Grind Session World Championships live from Marshall County High School, Benton, Kentucky. This is the second quarterfinal of the day. We will be back in just a moment. $10:20 left to go in the first half. Aspire down by 15.
All right, Aspire's down 15, Leroy. Bella Vista 5 of 6 from the three-point line right now, 83% rate.
Ramon Woods is fouled. The foul committed by Addison Patterson. As Addison's first, Bella Vista's second of the first half. Titan Figgy Newton into the contest for Aspire, and Emmanuel Shimanga in the game for Jimmy Bell. And apparently we've got some moisture on the floor, and Coach Kyle Weaver for Bella Vista playing the mop-up kid today. All right, he gets the water up, and we are ready to inbound the basketball. Ahmad Harvey over Shimanga, and it's good.
That was a great pass there by Tony. Just slipped it in there.
(19-6). Sertovich wide open for three.
Well, and speaking of slip, Sertovich does a great job of slipping that screen. He never even said it. He runs at the defender. I don't remember who it was, but runs at the defender like he's going to set a screen and just runs to the corner, slips it, gets a wide open look.
Ramon Woods blocked by Addison Patterson. Patterson to Zion Harmon.
Look out.
He lobs it for Terry Armstrong. 24-6. Bella Vista all over Aspire Academy. And it's very ironic, Cullen. The replay on the board just showed a dunk from last night that was almost exactly like the dunk we just saw by Terry Armstrong.
Yeah, I keep getting distracted by those highlights up there on the score on the screen.
Addison Patterson with the rebound out to Zion Harmon. He got it off the glass. He was going for Armstrong again. They missed connection. Ramon Woods, tray ball the other way.
Good answer from Ramon Woods. And, you know, Aspire, they've got to get back defensively. Bella Vista keeps getting transition buckets, and just everything's in rhythm right now. They've got to get them out of rhythm and step up on the defensive end.
They've had a lot of 2-on-1, 3-on-1 action.
Oh.
Terry Armstrong from the elbow.
You know, Terry Armstrong's making that shot. There's nothing you can do about it.
No,
I mean,
not a thing in the
nothing
world.
you can do.
Ahmad Harvey into the lane. Looked like that was blocked by either Shimanga or Patterson.
I think Patterson got that.
I think so,
did
too.
a great job of just staying vertical.
And Shimanga, he's blocked by O.B. Prosper. Sertovich with the rebound, just missed it. Ramon Woods coming the other way. Ahmad Harvey, and he scores it over Emmanuel Shimanga.
What a shot by Harvey. Hang time. He used his hang time there over the bigger defender. Shimanga hacks him, and Harvey's still able to put it in.
So that's the first on Chimanga, the third on Bella Vista. And so Amard Harvey will go to the free throw line and attempt to finish off the three-point play. Jimmy Bell and Jerron Artest into the contest for Bella Vista. And Amard Harvey missed the free throw. Terry Armstrong attacks Prosper Obi-Debooby. They double team him, get the ball out of his hands. Addison Patterson into the lane. Layup, no good. Bell, offensive rebound and tip, no good. Stolen by Terry Armstrong. Picked up by Ramon Woods.
Frantic little, that was almost a scary exchange there. People flying around
Yep.
at everybody's knees. That's when I get a little nervous for these guys. But
Amard Harvey into the lane over Addison Patterson, no good.
Oh,
Harvey,
man.
offensive rebound, up
Man.
and in.
applaud that kid, man. I'm telling you, you don't see a player work harder than Amard Harvey.
Nobody anywhere works harder than
And
that.
I was going to tell you to keep an eye on Ramon Woods and Zion Harmon. Ramon Woods is face guarding Zion full court the entire way, regardless of where the ball is. Doesn't matter. Ramon Woods is standing in his face, and they have been going back and forth at each other.
So that is the first foul on Ramon Woods, the third on Aspire.
And trust me, Zion doesn't mind that. I mean,
No,
he's
no.
had guys going at him for years now.
And that's where I was about to go. Zion Harmon always seems to have someone coming at him like that. Armstrong baseline, missed it. Jimmy Bell offensive rebound and dunk. It's all Bella Vista right now, 28-13. Amard Harvey free throw line jumper off the glass, no good. Addison Patterson battles with the rebound and takes it away from Armstrong.
That's great on-ball defense by Jimmy Bell.
It was.
Amard Harvey, much better as far as athleticism goes than Jimmy Bell, but
Zion Harmon tries to connect with Jimmy Bell. Ball out of bounds. Last touch by Amard Harvey.
Amard Harvey continues to just bust it out here. I mean, this kid, he never stops.
He leaves everything on the floor.
Very, very high motor.
Bell was triple teamed on that play, and somehow he saved the basketball to Jerron Artest, but we have a shot clock violation. That's not something we say a lot in the grind session.
Especially not in this game. Shot clock's barely even gone under 20 in this game so far.
Near steal by Addison Patterson. So we got 6 seconds on the shot clock now. Ramon Woods, deep three over Jerron Artest, no good. Addison Patterson with the rebound. Patterson with 5 boards. And Jerron Artest with the offensive rebound and stick back. That was TJ Toney who put up that three a moment ago for Aspire. And Aspire calls their third timeout of the first half, their second 30-second timeout, with 5:13 to go in the first period, and trailing by 17, 30-13. And obviously you can't take them home with you, but you don't like to burn 3 timeouts in the first half if you don't have to.
Right, well, Bella Vista, they're not going to take it easy on anybody right now, and they just keep putting it to Aspire. And Coach Kipnis is just looking for answers right now. He doesn't know exactly, He's trying to get the most out of his guys that he can, but right now they don't have an answer for the firepower of Bella Vista.
And Bella Vista is just physically overwhelming Aspire right now. And, you know, they've got everything in the bag.
Yeah, well, and especially when you let a team like this get into a rhythm and get confidence going this early. I mean, you know, they've already put up 30 points. We got 5 minutes to go. You know, they're on pace to put up 80-plus points right now.
TJ Tony, tray ball no good. Offensive rebound. Sekou Seda Calais. He bounces that ball off Ricky Sanza.
Yeah, and they're gonna have to get the shot clock right.
Yep.
But they're not gonna know where it was though either.
Coach Weaver says 7. I don't think it was at 7, Cullen. I really don't.
I would set it at 15 and roll with it.
I think that would be fair. We know it's not. It shouldn't be 30. And they just go with 20, which is your default reset. And you know what? That's fair. That's fair. It's certainly more fair than giving them a new shot clock.
It's kind of like a kick ball.
Yeah.
It's kind of what they do in the college and in the pros.
And Coach Weaver is working very hard on something in particular, as if it were gum or something like that. He was picking. Yeah, there we go. There's literally some sort of adhesive on the floor. I don't know how it got out there.
And I apologize for my laughter. Someone in the stand said something pretty comical.
Ramon Woods, short rebound, Ricky Sanza, and we've got a foul on the board. That's how Sanza got the rebound. He pushed. That is the second foul on Ricky Sanza, the fourth on Bella Vista this half. And Cullen, I have tried to put this out of my mind long enough. I smell Larry Darrow on Darrow.
Oh, I know it, man. I know it. I was thinking
and
the
it's
same
really making
thing
me hungry.
a second ago.
Eduardo Ramirez into the contest for Aspire. That's what he's in there for, to shoot the three. He missed that one. Terry Armstrong drives, no good, but he's fouled. Armstrong and Ramirez wearing the same shoes.
Yes, they are.
And that foul on Titan Figgy Newton, that is his first, the fourth on Aspire. Terry Armstrong shooting a pair. He rattles that first one home.
And, of course, Armstrong, the Arizona commit. And I tell you what, the most impressive thing to me, obviously, his athleticism is off the chart. He's
right.
an elite athlete. There's no questioning that. But with that comes a very solid shot and very solid form. And that's, to me, that's what's most promising about him. And because his athleticism is going to stay with him for sure. And if he improves on his shot, I mean, the kid will be unstoppable because he already shoots it pretty well. And so that will just improve with time.
I personally would like to see that release point come up some.
A little higher, yeah.
Yep.
Well, and that's what I mean.
Yep.
That's the kind of stuff that he'll fix as he gets
correct.
into a program like Arizona.
Prosper Obi-Debooby, he's been scoreless. He's still scoreless. Ahmad Harvey with the offensive rebound and the stick back.
You can't help but be an Ahmad Harvey fan, man. I mean, you just can't. I mean, the kid just plays his heart out, man.
He's got 10 of their 15 points.
Oh, nice. Ooh.
Reverse layup attempt, no good by Zion Harmon.
Got a 1-on-3 here, and he's still.
And Newton, I don't know what he was thinking, but he got away with it because Prosper Obi-Debooby slipped into the picture, gets the offensive rebound, again for Aspire, and he sticks it in.
Now, here we go. This is a big 4-minute stretch here. You know, we're at 15 right now. If if Aspire can cut into that lead a little more, get it to 10, 8, around that range, that puts them in great position in the second half. Now with Bella Vista, obviously, that lead could go to 25, 30. But you'll see what Aspire's made of here if they can get some stops.
32 to 18. Even as well as Bella Vista has played, this is far from a done deal. 14-point leads can evaporate in the blink of an eye. Emmanuel Shimanga, offensive rebound, up and in.
And Shimanga and Big Jimmy Bell, I'm telling you, in this tournament have been very impressive. Last night, I don't think either one of them missed a free throw. I mean, it was huge.
34-18. Bella Vista by 16 points. Prosper Obi-Debooby, he gets on the scoreboard.
And Aspire now starting to execute offensively, starting to get better looks, getting Obi involved, and Ahmad Harvey as well. So it's looking better for him.
Armstrong,
Now,
fade away, jumper, no good.
What that shot remind you of? That reminded me of Kevin Durant. I was thinking about that earlier.
It did.
He's got a similar release to Kevin Durant. Not comparing him to Kevin Durant at all,
But mechanically, yes, that is very similar. Brandon Talbot in for Bella Vista, replacing Addison Patterson. Ramon Woods in for Aspire, replacing Eduardo Ramirez. 2:52 to go in the first half, and the lead is 14, 34 to 20. That entry pass knocked away by Newton. And then Ramon Woods saves the ball out of bounds off Bella Vista. So Aspire with the stop, down 14. 2 minutes and 22 seconds left to go in the first half.
it's good defense by Talbot.
Absolutely.
He stayed with him every step of the. He stayed with Newton every step of the drive there. Nice pass.
And Zion was trying to hit Brandon Talbot. Talbot couldn't hang on to it. And the ball will belong to Aspire. So Aspire, with their second stop in a row, now they've got to consolidate that on the other end with a bucket.
The whole right side is cleared out right now. Oh, man.
And I'm kind of wondering who they cleared it out for. Nobody's over there. Ahmad Harvey missed a shot. Guess what he did? He got another offensive rebound. He loses it out of bounds. But Ahmad Harvey now has 2 offensive. Is that all? So statistician Jesse Brewer says she won't give him the offensive rebound on that because he had the turnover. Now, me personally, I'd have given him the rebound and the turnover, but hey, I'm not the official book. It's actually surprisingly a low number of offensive rebounds there for Aspire, relatively speaking, because it seems like we've said it 30 or 40 times already, but they have 3, 6, 8, 9 offensive rebounds in the first half. So I take that back. It's not a low number. That's a significant
great,
number.
yeah. And it's just from pure hustle. I mean, they're outsized, you know, so they're just pure hustle.
The best offensive rebounding team in the grind session, Aspire Academy. Zion Harmon fights through the double team. Stolen by Ahmad Harvey. I see a dunk in our future.
Yes, sir. He's coming up a little. Oh, I feel bad for him.
Oh, yeah. He is a little lame.
I saw the exact step that had happened. When he's chasing that ball down, one of his feet comes down. I hope it's just an ankle and not a knee.
It looks like ankle to me. And we've got a foul on the play on Ramon Woods. That is his second and the 5th on Aspire.
And think about what we're saying here. He goes down with an injury. He injured himself before he made the dunk right there. You know, so, I mean, think about that determination. He goes in and dunks the ball on a bum wheel.
And he is refusing to come out of this game.
They did take him out.
Okay, yes, okay. They did
Get
pull him.
looked at back there. He does seem to be okay at least.
And Jaden out into the contest.
And here we are. It's only a 12-point game, you know.
At the end of the day, as well as Bella Vista has played so far, the lead is just 12. It feels like a 20-point game,
yeah.
but the lead is only 12. It is what it is.
Look out here at half court again. Woods continues to face guard Zion Harmon. Zion literally,
Terry Armstrong. Shot blocked by Sekou Seda Kalei. TJ Toney missed the shot with the offensive rebound.
This is a huge possession right here. For
yes,
Aspire.
it is. TJ Toney, that shot was blocked by Junior Garbara. Terry Armstrong to Zion Harmon. 3-ball on the way, no good. Armstrong with the offensive rebound. He can't get the dunk. And Armstrong looked like he took some contact there. And Ramon Woods drives. Yep. He is fouled.
It's a good take by Ramon Woods and a good job of getting into the body of Shimanga.
The foul is on Shimanga, his second. The 6th on Bella Vista. And Woods misses the first. 34-22, 13.4 seconds left in the first half. Terry Armstrong gets a well-earned break. And Woods makes the second. 34-23, 10 seconds left in the first half. Here comes Zion Harmon. Oh, what a pass to Addison Patterson for the layup.
Yeah, very nice. One-handed look. Oh.
Would not have been good even had it gone.
Yeah.
It was just a little late, but not a bad attempt. And so our halftime score, Bella Vista 36, Aspire Academy 23. And I'll use the same word that I used for prolific. Bella Vista looked very crisp, particularly on the offensive end, but even on the defensive end.
Yeah, especially early, man. They really got into a rhythm offensively. They got a lot of points in transition. And when you let a team like that get in transition, now everything else starts to fall into place. And that's what happened for them. But credit Aspire for hanging in there. It's only a 13-point game, so they've still got a chance, obviously. And we're set up for a good second half.
So we hope you are enjoying day 2 of the 2019 Grind Session World Championships. This is our second quarterfinal. In the first quarterfinal, Prolific Prep punched their ticket, and they moved on with a dominant victory over Minnesota Prep. So we'll take a break. We will be back in about 4 minutes, and we will get you ready for the second half of this Grind Session event brought to you by Tanager Sports. I'm Leroy Watson on play-by-play, joined by Cullen Kreider on color, and we'll be back in a few. And so it was a dominant first half for Bella Vista Prep. And the Bears lead the Aspire Academy Wizards 36-23 at the half. And if you want to see why Bella Vista is in such a big lead, one of the keys to the first half was their three-point shooting proficiency. Zion Harmon hit 3 threes. Iman Surdovic hit 2 threes. Addison Patterson even chipped in with 1. And after the threes started falling, then they went to work on the dribble drive. And this team is just incredibly talented, and they're just tough to match up with, especially when they make a few shots up front. So, Cullen, what are your thoughts on what Aspire is going to need to do to get back in this thing here in the second half?
Well, I say this all the time, Leroy, and a lot of times it just comes down to making shots. Right now, first half, they shot 31% versus Bella Vista, who shot 66% from the three-point line, which they shot better from the three-point line than they did from the field goal. But, 10%, they only shot 1 for 10 from 3, Aspire, being Aspire, and, that's just not going to cut it. Against a team like Bella Vista, you've got to make shots, you've got to execute offensively, and obviously you've got to find better looks for your guys. They're working their tail off, and a good sign here, Ahmad Harvey is coming out with his teammates, walking onto the floor, so it looks like he will suit back up and play, so that's a good sign for them. But, they're going to have to fight. They've got their work cut out for them, down 13 at half. They're just going to have to shoot the ball better. It's just sometimes it's that simple.
So first half scoring updates. Zion Harmon leading Bella Vista with 9, followed by Terry Armstrong with 8. Iman Surdovic 6, Addison Patterson 5, and 2 each from Ricky Sanza, Jimmy Bell, Jerron Artest, and Emmanuel Shimanga. As for Aspire, they are led by Ahmad Harvey with the game-high 12. Ramon Woods chipped in 6, and Prosper Obidibubi with 5, and that's it. Those 3 players have scored all the points of the first half for Aspire Academy. And Cullen, I kind of thought it was a little uncharacteristic of Aspire to shoot so many threes. I didn't know they had shot 10. So and then you go 1 for 10. That's not helping the cause.
Well, that's where you got to give Bella Vista a lot of credit. Think about it. You got Sanza down low. That is a rim protector. That keeps a lot of guys from even thinking about going into the lane. And when they do go into the lane, he alters their shot. I think he's, I won't say underrated, but man, what he does is sometimes underestimated, I think I should say, because a lot of times it doesn't show up in the stat sheet because he may not get the block or whatever it may be. But he alters so many shots, and he's just in the minds of the players that he faces.
So we've got 16 minutes left in the second quarterfinal here in the 2019 Grind Session World Championships. We are live from legendary Marshall County in Benton, Kentucky. In the first quarterfinal, Prolific Prep punched their ticket with a 77-57 victory over Minnesota Prep. Up next will be our Savior Lutheran versus Arizona Compass Prep. Aspire with the basketball to begin the second half. TJ Tony for 3, no good. Terry Armstrong with the rebound. Zion Harmon into the lane. Ball out of bounds, last touched by Aspire. And Ahmad Harvey still isn't moving the way he needs to. And so Coach Jeremy Kipnis pulls him out. I have to wonder how much he's going to play the rest of the way.
Well, it could be one of those deals, let's give it a go, see how you feel. And then he didn't like what he saw there. He was kind of limping off the floor.
Armstrong shot no good. Ball out of bounds, the last touch by Isanza. And I see TJ Tony has some padding in his nose. He must have caught an elbow, I guess, at some point in the first half. Ramon Woods.
What a shot.
Floater in the lane is good. Woods with 8. Addison Patterson tries to feed Asanza. Stolen by Prosper Obidobubi. Stolen back by Terry Armstrong. Here comes a dunk. Armstrong punishes the rim.
Yeah, it's showtime when he gets that type of a run out like that.
Prosper Obidobubi, 3 from the baseline. We've got a foul on the play. A foul committed by Ramon Woods. That is his third. That is the first foul on Aspire in the second half.
And I didn't mention the play before, but nice dribble drive there from Ramon Woods to hit Prosper there for the wide open 3. So now he continues again, face guarding Zion the entire length of the floor.
But you know what? Zion hit those 3 early threes, and he has been quiet since.
So this will be interesting.
That'll be on Ramon Harvey. Ramon Woods, rather.
Yeah.
Ramon was talking to Zion. And so they do the double tech. I don't like doing a double tech, Cullen. I don't think it sends a message.
Right.
You need to identify the aggressor, give him the tech. But I don't know. From what I saw from here, it looked like Ramon Woods.
Tech.
Yeah,
Okay,
they gave it double tech. So the technical foul on Ramon Woods is his 4th personal. And the technical foul on Zion Harmon is his first.
And Leroy, we got a 10-point game upon a turnover right here.
There we go. And we can cut it even further. Woods with the tray, and it's good over Addison Patterson.
That's huge. If you're Aspire right now, you've just got to believe. You got to believe that you can do it, and that's where it starts.
Whereas on the flip side of that coin, Bella Vista has lost the crispness that they had in the first half.
Right now, you've got Ramon. Yeah, I mean, I was about to say Asanza.
They lob it to Asanza, and he is fouled. TJ Tony looks incredulous, but yes, you fouled him.
I was in the middle of saying he got Ramon Woods matched up on Asanza, and then it ended up being Tony on the block with Asanza. So
that is the second foul on Tony, the second on Aspire.
He's got a foot over both of those guys.
Easily. Asanza makes the first.
And good job by Asanza stepping up to the line, knocking down free throws. You know, a lot of times you see big guys struggle at the line, especially in big moments of the game. But he steps right up, hits them both.
And he makes both. (40-31), Bella Vista by 9. 13 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. Ramon Woods kicks it to Figgy Newton. Tray ball no good. Terry Armstrong, a beautiful block out there.
That's right.
And Coach Kyle Weaver emphasizing to Zion Harmon that Ramon Woods has 4 fouls. He wants him to go right at Ramon. And Ramon had to let him go. And Zion scores it. And then Zion Harmon with the stare down after the bucket.
Yeah, you know, I don't think that's really a fight that Ramon Woods wants to pick here. You know,
negative.
Because Zion, it seems to just get him going.
And you know, all great competitors go when you trash talk them like that. Travel by Aspire. And just like that, Bella Vista has turned up the energy on both ends of the floor.
So,
and what once was a 7-point lead and trending down is now back to 11 and trending up.
All they're doing right now, they're just going to go at Woods no matter what.
Addison Patterson, and he's fouled. That foul committed by Prosper Obidobubi, his first. That is the third on Aspire here in the second half.
Now Aspire, Ramon Woods has figured out who he wants to guard, and that's Sertovich, who's, mainly a shooter, a spot-up
Right.
shooter for the most part. And so he figures
But
that.
on the screen action, he ended up with Addison Patterson.
Right, right.
Bella Vista is very plainly
play a
coming
little-
after Ramon
They're
Woods.
going to play a little cat and mouse game here.
Yes. Woods, tray ball, and it's good.
It's big time.
And so all of this back and forth has energized both of these players, Ramon Woods and Zion Harmon.
Yeah, give Ramon Woods a lot of credit answering back. And now both teams now are really all over each other. Armstrong doesn't like Tony on him.
Zion Harmon doesn't
Official-
like Figgy Newton on him.
Official Odie Cole is trying to break this up until the guy. And that's what happened last time, really, is the other official said, look, this is enough.
Yeah,
And you may have to do the same thing here
yeah.
eventually.
And let's go back to that double tech. If you establish with a single tech and somebody feels a punishment, then everybody will have to calm down a little. Armstrong gets it to Sertovich, to Isanza, and he's fouled.
And I was just about to say, you can bet a foul's coming here because it's just the way the game's. It's just what it's turning into. The officials they're going to take control of the game. They're not going to
Sekou
let these
Seydou
players.
with his second foul. That is the fourth foul on Aspire in the second half. Isanza to the line. You know what I would love to figure out someday, Cullen, is why the chippiness starts. Obviously, last quarterfinal we had was just as important as this quarterfinal. It didn't get this chippy. This thing is getting really, really chippy really, really fast.
It's such a mixture of emotions, but it's also on a stage. You've got a lot of people watching, so as a man, you got to stand up, for your pride. And I mean, it's just it's a tornado of emotions.
Isanza missed both of those. And then Aspire does the favor of throwing it away in return. And Prosper Obi-Debooby is saying something to someone, and Ramon Woods is acting as peacemaker. Isanza got away with a little hip check there on that screen. Zion Harmon, tray ball no good. Ball out, last touched by Isanza. Basketball will go back to Aspire, down 8, 42-34. A tray ball can cut this thing to 5. Ramon Woods, tray no good. Strong rebound by Addison Patterson. He gets it to Terry Armstrong. Armstrong, Euro step, lobs it to Isanza.
It's a great catch by Isanza, and a great pass by
Very
Terry
difficult
Armstrong as well.
catch. So we've got a 30-second timeout called by Bella Vista, their first timeout of the contest, with 10 minutes and 57 seconds left to go. And our score is Bella Vista 44, Aspire Academy 34. So we've got Aspire chipping into this deficit a little bit here. But Cullen, correct me if I'm wrong, I just don't get the feeling that they're actually making progress. It just feels like it's more of a lateral kind of thing right now.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a real run because Bella Vista seems to have an answer for everything.
Yeah, they've been able to withstand any type of aggression and any type of run that Aspire's put together. And it's like you said, it just kind of, it's like quick, or like they're in sand, like they're not getting anywhere.
But with that said, the lead is only 10, and there's 10 minutes and 57 seconds left to go in the contest. This is anybody's ball game. And the way Ahmad Harvey is limping, Cullen, I think he is officially done for the evening.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yep. And he just moved from the middle of the bench down to the end of the bench, so that signals to me they're about to go ahead and try to do some treatment, and his afternoon is over. Figgy Newton into the lane he traveled. Jimmy Bell into the contest for Bella Vista, replacing Ricky Sanza. And Addison Patterson running the point for Bella Vista here on this possession. And Patterson drives the lane. He is fouled. And they give him continuation on that. And so give the continuation to Addison Patterson.
Well, I think it's the right call.
I'm just, in high school, I'm not used to that because, you know, he did get hit clearly before he took the shot, but the ref is saying he was. And so Patterson makes a three-point play. (46-34). Bella Vista on top. Ramon Woods for three, and it's good. Woods is really feeling it. 3 threes in the second half, 4 for the game.
Oh yeah, right now every time he releases it, it looks good. So he's got that feeling going on right now, knocking it down.
Jimmy Bell, he's got TJ Tony on him, and he missed it. Sekou Sedekale comes down with the rebound for Aspire.
And Aspire dodges a bullet there. I mean,
Ramon Woods missed it. Jimmy Bell chases down the rebound. Stolen by Sekou Sedekale and stolen back by Bell. And so when Bell has possession, Kyle Weaver alertly calls timeout. A 30-second timeout for Bella Vista. What about that hustle there, Cullen, from Jimmy Bell?
Yeah, and smart call by Coach Weaver as well, because he realized that Jimmy Bell did have possession of the ball. And we're sitting here, we can hear Coach, obviously. As a referee, right, you're paying attention to the ball. You know, you're not really paying attention to that sound because you're trying to make sure guys aren't fouling and trying to kill each other by jumping on each other. But that's the right call. They made the right call.
So Bella Vista up 10, retains possession on the hustle by Jimmy Bell and the alertness by his head coach, Kyle Weaver.
And Harvey is wrapped up, his knees wrapped up in ice. But I tell you what, I don't think it will be as far as too serious as far as taking a lot of time, because he wouldn't be able to walk like he's walking if it was, you know, something very serious. Obviously, I don't want to speculate.
Ron Artest to Zion Harmon. Harmon into the lane. He gets it to Bell. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Bell missed a shot. Sedekale with the rebound. Stolen by Terry Armstrong. Armstrong to Bell. Bell is taking some hits down low.
You can expect a foul come.
And there we go. Right on cue.
You know, you can always just feel it. You know, I mean, if you've watched basketball long enough, you can feel whistles coming.
Prosper Obi-Deboobi with his second foul, the 7th of the second half against Aspire.
And now Talbot comes in for Addison Patterson, who is also a little gimpy in the same type of fashion that Ahmad Harvey was.
Bell misses the free throw. But the lead is 12, 49-37. Prosper Obi gets it to Sekou Sadikale for the driving layup. That's the first basket of the day.
And it's a good
For
job,
Sekou.
good job by Calais to be available right there. Get where you can be seen.
Terry Armstrong, free throw line jump shot is good.
Now that's scary Terry right there.
That is.
That's a scary Terry that I wouldn't want any part of as a defender.
Ramon Woods, and he's fouled on the drive. That foul committed by Jeron Artest, his first, Bella Vista's second of the second half. TJ Toney with the basketball. He thought about shooting a three, faked it. Over Brandon Talbot, no good. Jimmy Bell with the rebound. Sadie Calais forces the steal on Zion Harmon. Figgy Newton driving layup is good. First basket of the evening for Titan Newton. Terry Armstrong from three, no good. Prosper Obidibubi with the rebound for Aspire. Jimmy Bell knocks that ball out of bounds. It will stay with the Spire. 16 seconds left on the shot clock. Jaden Alton. Ramon Woods.
Wow, what a shot.
Over Jimmy Bell.
Ramon Woods has been on fire here today.
He's got 13 in the second half, 19 on the game.
He's been the difference. He's really kept Aspire in this game. It's an 8-point game.
Eight-point
Here we are
game.
again.
6:36 left to go in the contest.
And this is that hump.
Zion Harmon, step back elbow jumper, no good. Rebound, Jaden Alton. Spin move, Ramon Woods. He kicks it over to Prosper Obidibubi. The three is blocked. Sekou Sadikale with 2 offensive rebounds and tips. Jimmy Bell says enough is enough. He takes the rebound.
Big missed opportunity right there.
They missed 2 bunnies right at the rim. I didn't see who got the block, who started that sequence.
And one.
Terry Armstrong. Fadeaway jump shot over Sekou Sadikale is good. And he's fouled. That is the 3rd foul on Sekou Sadikale. And the 8th foul against Aspire in the second half. Armstrong missed it, and Armstrong gets the offensive rebound.
I'm telling you, Armstrong does have some Durant in that shot. It's, you know, it's in his
Stolen
form.
by Sekou. Prosper Obidibubi with the driving layup. Foul committed by Jeron Artest, his second, team 3rd.
And Aspire, they just keep hanging around, and that's you know, that's a good thing, obviously. And it's that 7 to 8 to 10 point hump that they can't get over yet.
They are down by 8, 53-45, 5 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the game. Obidibubi makes it 7, 53-46. McCullen, didn't mean to cut you off earlier. You were reiterating about Terry Armstrong and Durant.
The form in his shot, and I noticed it a lot on his free throw as well. And ironically enough, I noticed this in the first half and didn't mention it. He wears number 35 as well.
Now that I didn't even think about.
So I would say what I mean by that is he probably emulates his game after Durant a little bit.
If Armstrong is player of the game, I'm going to ask him about that.
Well, this is big, man. This is big time. 7-point lead, 5.5 to go. Of course, a lot
Spire
of time
gets
left.
the physical stop. So now they can cut this thing all the way down to 4.
They want to find a good look here. You don't want to just throw something up. You want to work the ball around, share the basketball, and find a good look. He's looking for Ramon Woods, I believe. I'd give him some screen action here. There you go. Slips the screen. Oh, it's
Titan
big.
Newton, he cuts it to 4.
Oh, that's huge. So we got a ball game.
Yes, we
Leroy.
do. With just under 5 minutes left to go in the game, the lead is 4, 53-49.
If you're a Spire, the last thing you want to do is get a foul here.
Armstrong no good. Titan Newton with the rebound. Here comes Figgy in transition.
Uh-oh. I thought he was going to have an open look there.
I did too.
Good drive there by Newton to try to create
Nice
that open
recovery
look.
by
Yeah.
Bella Vista.
Good closeout by Patterson. Oh, this is big.
Obi DeBooby spins off the glass,
Oh.
and he travels.
And he did. He dragged his pivot foot.
The fans are divided on
call,
that.
Unpopular call. But now listen to the crowd. I mean, everybody's into this game now.
Yes.
It was, I won't say it was quiet earlier, but everybody's awake now.
Junior Garbra for 3. What a clutch shot by Junior Garbra off the bench.
Big time. Gotta answer if you're a Spire.
TJ Tony does indeed answer.
Indeed, like you said.
That's the first bucket of the evening for Junior Garbra and the first bucket of the evening for TJ Tony. Role players stepping up big for both teams.
Right. This is fun, man.
Euro step into the lane by Zion Harmon, and he is hacked. I think Sekou Seda-Kale got him. Yes, that is his 4th. That's the 9th foul on Aspire, so it should be a 1-and-1. So Zion Harmon will go to the free throw line. And the refs are still admonishing Ramon Woods and Zion Harmon. So I don't know what was said between the two of them, but something was said, and the refs are like, hey, look, guys, we're not going to go through this again like we did in the first half. Harmon makes the first. After hitting 3 threes very early in the game, Harmon has been relatively quiet. He now has 13. So the lead is 6. It's a 2-possession game with 3.5 minutes left to go. 58-52.
Good pass.
Newton to Sekou Seda-Kale. He missed it. Zion Harmon with the long rebound. Harmon in traffic. Saves it. And Coach Weaver was... Oh, wow. So Coach Weaver called for a timeout when Addison Patterson had the ball. The ref didn't hear him. Now when Coach Kipnis calls timeout, they did hear him. But in all fairness to the ref, Kipnis was 9, maybe 10 feet away.
In his pocket.
Whereas Weaver was probably 40 feet away, and it makes the big difference. So that's got to be a full timeout. That's all that they had left. So we will take a break here. But what a game this has become, Cullen. 58-52. Bella Vista clinging to the lead with 3:10 left to go in the contest. We hope you are enjoying the 2019 Grind Session World Championships live from Marshall County High School in Benton, Kentucky. Brought to you by Tanager Sports. We'll be back in a moment.
Everything's full. Board's right. Board's right. Everything's full.
3 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. The ball belongs to Aspire Academy. It's a two-possession game, 58-52. The defenses are digging in for both sides. Oh, wow, what a rare call. They call Ramon Woods for the carry.
Oh,
Cullen,
wow.
we see that about, what, once a month maybe?
Yeah.
What a time to make that call.
And now we're going to have. Yep.
And now Ramon Woods wisely says, hey, look, I'm going to get Garbra and you get Zion. Because they've been warned repeatedly about the back and forth the two of them have going on.
And now we have an off-the-ball foul, which was
So who was the foul on? The foul was on Ramon Woods. That's his fifth. Zion Harmon shooting two. He makes the first. That is the 10th team foul on Aspire. So the last 2:56, Bella Vista will be in the double bonus.
Well, that's, I mean, I hate to say it, but that's a really bad foul. Considering it was on Zion Harmon, you know, that's not.
And the refs have been on you all night about that.
He's not who you want to foul either. Aspire will keep possession here.
Keep possession, down by 8, 60-52. Still plenty of time left if you're the Wizards. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game.
That was a good rollback by Obadabubi there, and it just couldn't corral the ball, couldn't catch it, get a clean catch.
Shimanga showing some fast hands on that. Got his hand in there and caused problems for Obi Dabubi. TJ Tony into the lane. He drops it off to Obi Dabubi. Over Shimanga. No good. And Shimanga called for the foul. His third. And that is the fourth team foul on Bella Vista in the second half. Prosper Obi Dabubi to the free throw line shooting two. And he makes the first.
Obviously, you got to make your free throws in these late game situations. If you're trailing, especially.
And he makes both. 60-54.
And that's two plays in a row here that we've had fouls before the ball has even been inbounded.
Prosper Obi Dabubi with his second foul. Very untimely foul if you're Aspire.
You know, it's one thing if we've got 30 seconds left in the game, but we've got 2.5 minutes.
Terry Armstrong to the line shooting a pair. Armstrong makes the first. And Cullen, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I think we've got to go into this a little bit further. No time comes off the clock, and you're sending Bella Vista to the free throw line to shoot two.
Yeah, it's 2 possessions in a row. I mean, it's like I said, it's not like there's 30 seconds left.
Right.
We've got 2.5 minutes here. That's a lot of possessions with a 30-second shot clock.
Total lapse there by the Wizards. I caught Obi DeBooby for 2. He's got 3. Strong rebound there by Shimanga. 2 minutes and 12 seconds left. If you're Bella Vista, do you run a little clock here, Cullen?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yep, and that's what they're doing. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. 2 minutes left on the game.
Now watch Armstrong. He would probably try to draw a foul here by going to
6
the basket.
seconds left. Step back, elbow jump shot, no good. Sekou Calais with the rebound. Here comes Titan Newton.
Nope.
Tray ball, no good. Calais with the offensive rebound
Prosper's
for
wide
Aspire.
open.
Prosper Obi DeBooby. Beautiful looking shot. No good. Titan Newton on the baseline makes 3. Newton with 8 points in the second half, and it's a 5-point game, 62-57.
And think about that right now. The 4 points that they just gave up.
They loom very large right now. And the refs, once again, singling out a player and letting them know, hey, this is why I don't need you to do that.
It's going to be an off-the-ball foul.
On T.J. Tony.
Yeah, and Shimanga, I believe, is going to be the shooter.
So, Bella Vista trying to send Addison Patterson to the line. But Jeremy Kipnis and a bunch of fans all say, hey, 25 is supposed to be there.
Shimanga was flawless from the line yesterday. He didn't
That's
miss.
the first.
I should say last night.
And people think that the players don't hear stuff like that. They do.
Oh, yeah.
So he wants to prove, yeah, you want to foul me, I'll make you pay. Makes 1 out of 2.
Got to get a quick bucket here if you're Aspire.
It's a 2-possession game, 63-57. I don't know what Newton was thinking on that one.
You've got to know your scouting report for one. And the 2 bigs, Shimanga and Jimmy Bell, are both very good at keeping their hands up, staying vertical, and
They're
not
very
fouling.
agile.
You've got to understand that.
And so they foul Addison Patterson. That foul committed by Newton.
So Aspire, they will try to extend this game for as long as they can.
There's 2 fouls on Newton. And Addison Patterson will toe the line. And he makes the first. 64-57. This is crucial because it makes it a 3-possession game. 65-57. Ramon Woods into the lane. He gets it to Sekou Calais, and it's good. So Coach Kipnis will call the final timeout for the Wizards with 48.2 seconds left to go in the contest, and our score is Bella Vista 65, Aspire Academy 59. It's the second quarterfinal of the 2019 Grind Session World Championships, live from Marshall County High School in Benton, Kentucky. I'm Leroy Watson on play-by-play, joined by Cullen Kreider on color. And we will be back in just a moment. The lead is 6, 65-59 with 48.2 seconds left in this contest. Yaman Sertovic.
Here's the. Do you? I don't think you foul here. I think you got to play this out, and they could get a 10-second call. It was close.
It was
Got
very close.
Now you can't foul now. Oh man. You know, because think about it. The shot clock was down to 16. That takes it down to 18. I mean, I don't know.
The foul on Obi DeBooby.
I think you play it out there, and you come down and you try to get a really quick bucket, and then obviously you got to foul.
Zion Harmon shooting 2. To me, Cullen, I'm kind of like you. If you don't foul him in the backcourt right away, then, okay, let's play this possession out and see if you can get a stop. Harmon misses the second. It did work out. It did work out. The lead is 7.
Oh, man.
Newton, no good. Rebound, Addison Patterson, and Coach Weaver says hold it. Patterson goes behind the back, but he's fouled with 18.8 seconds left. Shot clock is off for the rest of the contest. Foul committed by Sekou Seydou-Kale. That is Sekou's 4th. Addison Patterson makes the first of 2.
We'll give both teams a lot of credit here. Aspire for fighting back and really, you know, showing the heart that they have and the character that they play with, and Bella Vista for withstanding, you know, that fire from Aspire. So give both teams a lot of credit for putting on a good show for the fans here.
Ramon Woods lays it in. Foul on Titan Newton. That's Figgy's 3rd. Zion Harmon will go back to the free throw line and shoot 2 more.
And I like the coaching moment here from Coach Weaver telling Shimanga, when, you know, especially in this, in high school basketball, that clock doesn't stop whenever the ball goes through the net.
Right.
So take a few seconds to grab the ball when you're getting it out of bounds. That's just a
Before
coaching
you
moment.
try to bring it in.
He knows they've got the win wrapped up, but that's just a coaching moment for another time later in the year when it could, you know, could come up big.
So Terry Armstrong will come out of the game. 16 points for Armstrong. Ramon Woods, no good. Junior Garbra. And it looks like that'll do it.
Very, very entertaining game.
Yes, indeed. And so our final score, Bella Vista 70, Aspire Academy 61. So, player of the game, Terry Armstrong. And, folks, I will admit, I did campaign just a little because I want to ask him about the uniform number. We've been watching this man for 2 years now and never thought about why does he wear number 35? Does it have anything to do with Durant? So, now we get the opportunity to ask him that. So, let's see what we're going to do on chairs. This is going to be interesting. All right, so we're here with our player of the game, Terry Armstrong, after a beautiful basketball game, 70-61. Congratulations on the W, Terry.
Thank you.
You guys led by 13 at the half, but I'm sure you had to know that there was going to be a rally in Aspire Academy the way they play. What were you guys thinking of when that lead got down to 4?
Before half, we knew they were going to make a run. Coach told us they just played very hard, and we knew they was gonna keep playing the whole game, so we had to come right back and play with them.
Now, it was really chippy out there. There was a lot of talking back and forth from the players. What were the referees saying? Because, they gave the double tech out to Zion and Ramon, but the two of them kept talking and staring at each other the rest of the game anyway.
They were saying they were trying to let us play, like be a little physical, but I think Zion and Ramon kind of got out of control for a minute.
Okay, so the main thing for you guys is you've moved on through to the next round. You're in the Final Four. Any preferences on who you want to meet next?
Nah, just get the win and see where it goes from there.
That smile tells me you're lying to me, Terry, but that's okay. I'm going to let that slide because I know who you want to play next, but hey, we got to let the draw play out, right?
Yeah.
So one more final question. We've been watching you for 2 years, and Cullen Kreider was telling me how much you look mechanically like Kevin Durant, and then we were saying, and he wears 35. Coincidence, or is the 35 because of Durant?
35 is because of Durant.
Well, there we go. So he wears 35 because of Kevin Durant. And so finally, for the fan behind us, Scary Terry, where did it come from?
People just started calling me that. Like, the crowd just started saying Scary Terry and just ran with it from there.
I think it's because you got a scary game when you're on. All you can do is hope that the guy is going to miss. Well, Terry, congratulations. Bella Vista is looking really good. You're moving on to the Final Four.
Thank you.
All right, man. Always a pleasure. Terry Armstrong, your player of the game. Bella Vista 70, Aspire 61. So up next will be our next quarterfinal, and it will feature Spire Academy, our overall #1 seed, and Trinity International. So don't go anywhere, folks. We've got 2 more semifinals left. We've got half of the draw figured out, but now we got to get the other side. Spire Academy, Trinity International, and Arizona Compass, the surprise team in the Elite Eight, versus Our Savior Lutheran. 2 more games, 2 more combatants. We'll see who makes it on to the Final Four. Don't go anywhere.